Greetings Guardian, in this Destiny Tips feature, we'll analyze the arc damage auto rifle, the Zhalo Supercell. This exotic is the ultimate weapon to destroy low tier mobs, and it's no pea shooter in boss battles either. Aesthetically, the weapon looks like it was crafted from scraps, and it was. The Zhalo Supercell Grimoire card alludes to its creator using their light, tactical skills, and brilliant spark of inspiration to create this weapon. Lightning will curl and spark from the weapon dangerously as you fire it, similar to the machine gun counterpart Thunderlord. The gun's aesthetic reminds us of the MP40 or the MP5 in Call of Duty 4 and World at War era. It doesn't seem like it belongs in a futuristic shooter, but Zhalo fits because of the lightning crackle around the gun's muzzle. And the sound the chain lightning makes reminds us of dropping a bug zapper into a lake. Not that we've done that before. You can obtain this weapon through completing endgame activities such as Nightfalls, Raids, Shaxx Bounties, and Xur. Now let's look at the base stats. The Zhalo Supercell has a rate of fire of 88. This puts it in the medium-high rate of fire archetypes for auto rifles. It's on par with Hard Light and Monte Carlo. Typical of the 88 rate of fire auto rifles, the Supercell has an impact rating of 8. Middle of the road impact matches up with the middle of the road rate of fire. The Supercell has a range of 28. This is fairly standard for this weapon's archetype, once again being the same as Hard Light. Its stability is at 48. There isn't much to shout about here. This isn't the most stable of auto rifles, but it is stable enough for you to hit enemies consistently from a decent range without worrying about damage drop-off. Luckily, you'll probably use this weapon in PvE, meaning you can get up close and personal to the majority of enemies. We wouldn't recommend getting too close to bosses though, as they hurt a lot. The Supercell's reload speed comes in at 72, putting it well within the top 50% of all legendary and exotic auto rifles. This is a necessity for this gun, because as you're about to see, the magazine size leaves a lot to be desired. The Zhalo Supercell's mag holds 36 bullets, but it can drop drastically down to 28 bullets if you choose the Brace Frame perk. Now for the perks. The Supercell's exotic perk gives the weapon the ability to chain lightning damage to enemies grouped close together, perfect for fighting off wave after wave of low tier aliens. As we mentioned earlier, you're better off using this gun in PvE, which means you can get stuck right into the center of any battle without having to worry about other Guardians' super attacks or getting your head blown off with a shotgun. This additional option for a more Rambo-esque playstyle means the base stats of the gun are less relevant, meaning you can take full advantage of all perk choices. Aggressive ballistics will give your bullets a bit more punch as a trade-off for more recoil and a shorter range. CQB ballistics will allow you to land shots more accurately, but you'll have to channel your own inner Rambo and charge down your enemies until you can see the whites of their eyes. Or green eyes if we're talking Hive. We recommend CQB ballistics or aggressive ballistics, although it's your choice. This weapon will grow more accurate the longer it's fired. Sounds similar to another exotic arc damage gun, doesn't it? Thunderlord increases the rate of fire. Supercell increases in accuracy. The two guns are obviously related, but we can't figure out how. Cousins? Hammerforge will boost the range and accuracy of the weapon. Rifled barrel will increase the range but reduce the reload speed. Braced frame will increase its stability but decrease the magazine size to 28. We recommend choosing Hammerforge because any hindrance to reload speed or magazine size will hurt this weapon's ability to wipe out enemy waves. Hammerforge is the only perk here without a trade-off. This perk returns a small portion of the magazine when you get a double kill with this weapon, costing you a little bit of super energy. It's like a slightly tainted version of Bad Juju. The synergy with this exotic perk here is very nice. The chain lightning will allow you to get those double kills nice and easy, and the returned ammo will help you get more double kills, and so on and so forth. The Zhalo Supercell is a brilliant PvE weapon, as you can essentially disregard its somewhat average base stats, throw caution to the wind, get stuck into hordes of enemies, and shock them to death. The arc damage is useful for burning through captain's shields or for the Omegle strikes. Not to mention it's one of the few Year 2 primary weapons with a burn. You're going to be less effective in PvP using this, and the exotic perk will be especially lackluster. If you have the chance to kill 2 enemies in one magazine, you're probably too close and they'll react to you with a swift shotgun blast in your direction. Overall, it's a great gun to use with unique perks, and it fulfills a role that is good enough to see you use this exotic in whatever activity you choose. So long as it's PvE. Don't take this into PvP. That's why we give the Zhalo Supercell 4 engrams out of 5. For more content like this and for all of your Destiny needs, be sure to head over to destinydb.com.